Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means share it with anybody you think might get something out of it. Other than that, happy Sunday, everybody. How we all doing? I'm having a fantastic day, guys. Really good day, and that's contrary to this massive bliss we got coming in. Is what it is. And once again, I woke up this morning to a no heat call. And okay, it's no heat call. Those I have to answer immediately. So I got up and I went and took care of it. Ended up being a quick, easy call. Made very quick, easy money. From there, I was debating on going to the gym because I know I'm going to be out working, around the clock through, tonight through probably Wednesday. But I'm like, no, it's my Sunday, so I'm going to go to the gym. And I was actually sore. One of the reasons I wasn't sure, I'm like, I don't want to be overexerting before the storm. And I woke up sore, but I'm like, no, I always feel better when I go to the gym. So I went to the gym, and lo and behold, I was having such a great day at the gym. I was going to increase my maximum bench press from 385 to 390, but they didn't have any, I could only find one 2.5 pound plate. So I said, screw it. And I threw 395 pounds on the bench press, and I did 2 reps, and I gave myself a minute, and I did another 2 reps. And I'm I felt amazing. I was so proud of myself. The consistency and the gains that I've gotten. Guys, I'm 52 years old, and yeah, I mean, I've gained a lot of weight. I started this recovery at like 140. I'm 215 today, but I'm putting up 395 pounds. I'm my next stop is quadruple plates at 405. Like, I'm so proud of that. I was hoping to hit that by April. We're not even in February yet. God sees the effort that I put in. He listens to my prayers and sees that I'm taking good actions, and he's rewarding me with, like, guys, I'm aging backwards. I'm stronger and healthier and more capable than I've ever been in my life, and I show him my gratitude for that by helping as many others and trying to reach out. I ran into a friend from the program that I haven't seen in months this morning at the gym. I was so happy to see that he's moved on from the program he was in. He's now living on his own, managing a assisted living facility. And the actual joy I had seeing somebody I like in the program doing well. So I feel it's a beauty of recovery, guys. I was so proud of him, and it literally made my morning. So from there, I've been taking care of business all day, getting things ready for the storm tonight, doing laundry. I went and loaded up my snowblower, get everything fueled up. Like, we're good to go. And then on top of that, I've been texting back and forth with people in recovery and my family. And guys, I've had some like legit belly laughs today, and that's the beauty of life. Like, literally just stupid little things, but like just getting to know people to the point where we can laugh at each other's idiosyncrasies and little personal jokes and just have a good time in the midst of the chaos that is life is beautiful. And I find the more I focus, and that's one thing, guys, I ask for twice a day in prayer is, God, give me knowledge of your will for me and give me the power to carry that out. And I know immediately when I'm taking my will back, and then I find myself more correcting it even faster, and that's why I continue to be happy and I continue to progress forward. God's will for me is always better than mine. When I take my will back, I know, because I get that ick feeling and I get shitty results. When I work God's will, I often step back and I walk away from situations going, wow, like, I've never looked at something like that, and oh my God, I'm so proud of the way I just handled that. It's amazing, guys. And I'm not saying this for me, it's for everybody. This is why we do these things, right? God's will is always better. So we're going to talk about, guys, God's will or mine is the title of the Just for Today NA meditation. God's will or mine. We continue to take personal inventory, and when we are wrong, we promptly admit it. In recovery, we found that the more we live in harmony with our higher power's will for us, the greater the harmony in our lives. When we use the 10th step to help us maintain that harmony on a daily basis, we take time to look at our behavior. When we use the 10th step to help us maintain that harmony on a daily basis, we take a time to look at our behavior. Some of us measure each action with a very simple question: God's will or mine? In many cases, we find that our actions have been in tune with our higher power's will for us, i.e., we're doing well, and in turn have been in tune with the world around us, exactly. In some cases, however, we will discover inconsistencies between our behavior and our values. When we've been acting on our own will, not God's, and the result has been dissonance in our lives. When we discover such inconsistencies, we admit that we've been wrong and we take corrective action. With greater awareness of what we believe God's will for us to be in situations, we are less likely to repeat those actions. And we are more likely to live in greater concord with God's will for us and with the world around us. And the affirmation is just for today. I wish to live in harmony with my world. Today I will examine my actions asking God's will or mine. And that's exactly it, guys. That is how I decide, or that's how I come to determine. Not that I do anything perfectly, but that's how I come to see when I'm acting in God's will for me. And again, I keep myself focused on this by asking for it in prayer every morning and reminding it in prayer every day. It keeps it in my brain. So when I start to step out of line, and for me, it's usually the same behaviors that I find myself, and again, I notice lately I'm getting much better at them. When I find myself getting pissed off at people that don't know how to drive in the city, and I start to get a little road raging, and I want to climb up on somebody's ass, or I want to cut somebody off, or I want to lay on the horn, I stop and just go, I don't know who they are. I don't know what their agenda is. And it's usually an Uber driver, and they're just ignorant, and it's just part of life. Not something I'm going to risk my alignment with my higher power, my recovery, or an arrest, or an assault, or something crazy over, so I just let it go. And then oftentimes, when I let it go, and I find myself more and more lately, I'm able to see these things coming, and I just stop and just let it go in front of me. Like, I no longer have, first of all, I'm never in such a hurry that I can't stop and let somebody drive slow in front of me. Like, and if I am, then I'm doing something wrong. I've taken my will back, and I'm probably going to cause an accident, or I'm going to get pulled over, and I'm going to risk everything I have going on. So I need to step back. Like, I've come to see, not, and again, I don't look at things as a test from the universe, but I come to look at things as a game. Like, can I get through my day the most efficient way I can? And can I do things in a way that makes me proud? And I noticed it today. I was coming back from the grocery store, and I'm like, oh, do I even want to go to the grocery store before the storm? Nah, there was a couple of things I needed. I wasn't going to go to the market basket because that place is a zoo, but I stopped at the Star Market, and it's down in Porter Square, and there's a couple of crosswalks that are just inundated with people. And, it was a madhouse, right? So rather than getting all stressed out and try to rush, I just made it a point of being the exception. Every time I see somebody getting ready to cross the road, rather than trying to zip by him and look like an ass, I just stop and let him go. And I don't even notice the behaviors at the time, but then after I do it, I'm like, you know what, that's a better way to do it. So next time I see the situation coming, hopefully I'll catch myself. And again, promote kindness. Like, that's my new baseline. Guys, it works so much better for me. Like, it is getting easier and easier to keep myself in alignment with God's will for me. And again, not that I always know exactly what it is, right? Every day I get up and it's a new adventure, but I've come to see the patterns, and I've come to see the areas that I typically fall short, and that's where I'm able to take corrective action. And one of my favorite things to do today is just admit it when I'm wrong. As a matter of fact, I just had a absolutely huge 10-minute laugh with my friends. We were talking on the service committee's text line, and Meredith, if you happen to see this, congratulations on 11 months. Was so proud. I'm so proud of Meredith. She's one of the people that came in just right behind me, and I got to see her get the spark that I had, and she now chairs a meeting, and she's just been offered a job of managing a brand new sober house. Like, one of the people that just I'm so proud of. She's doing so well in her program, and I was so happy that she announced it. Today she has 11 months, so we were texting back and forth, and I spelled her name wrong when I first congratulated her. So I immediately corrected and said, "Hey, congratulations, Martha. I'm sorry, I boned it." And one of my other friends, Marlene, thought I had misspelled congratulations. So she's texting back and forth. She's like, "No, you spelled it right." And then she texted me directly, and she's like, "I don't want to put it in the chat, but we're going back and forth." She could not figure out what the hell I had spelled wrong, and I finally said, "No, I spelled her name, not congratulations." It was just the simplest little thing, but we had the best laugh over it. I was over here dying, rolling. But then I caught it, and I'm like, yeah, all right. I mean, it's a very simple thing, but you know what? I have enough respect today for my friend that I just called myself out and, hey, sorry, spelled your name wrong. It's a little thing. But it's the little things that lead to bigger things, guys. I've covered the big ones. I won't use drugs. I don't steal. I don't cheat. I don't rob. I try not to lie. I mean, I still say a little white lie like we all do to, spare somebody's feelings when it's something insignificant. I hold my tongue at times when I disagree with somebody politically, this, that, or the other, but only when it's for the overall radiance, because I don't feel the need to be right. Now, if I think somebody's in danger, or somebody's oppressing somebody else, or somebody's stepping on my toes, then yes, I have no problem with conflict today, guys. I'm the strongest, most clearest, level-headed version of me, and I know that if something like really gets my hackles in a bunch, it's because it's danger to myself or somebody that I care about, and I care about everybody today, guys. I want everybody to do well. So I will, but again, a little white lie here and there, just smooth things over. I let that go. I know I should, some I'll continue to try working on, but it's progress, not perfection. I don't expect perfection out of myself. But my baseline, like I was starting to say, this is how I know I'm in alignment. I don't do these things anymore. All my old behaviors, like I demand rigorous honesty with myself. I don't demand rigorous honesty from anybody else. Now, if you want to be in my inner circle, if you want to work with me, if you want to collaborate with me, then yes, you better be honest. But I'm not going to, call you out and tell you have to. But if I find that you're not, then you're going to lose your place in the circle. And if you call me up and ask me why, I'll tell you why. But I'll do so in the kindest, gentlest way possible. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. But I'm finally building something that actually has value, and I have a reason to protect my soul, my heart, my name, my business, my resources, my future. These are all things I never had before, guys, and I do today. And I understand that I'm getting fast tracked to everything, guys. Like in 1 year, I've gone from bench pressing 125 to 395. Like that's miraculous. I won't throw financial figures out there, but again, the amount of money that I have in the bank right now is, by my standards, not humanly possible. It is literally 100-fold more than I've ever had in my life in the bank, and it's in 1 year. Because again, I found alignment with God. I'm on the fast track. The rate that my business is expanding, my friend Doug called me up and asked me to take on more responsibilities. The rate I'm getting new customers, like I see now. I'm not overdoing anything. I'm just doing things to the best of my ability. I'm starting to take on workers as necessary. I'm not ready to take anybody on full time, but I'll take on a subcontract guy or people for my meeting for day work here and there. I'm stepping into things because I also know if that's going to teach me to be able to manage people. So somewhere down the road that maybe I will have some full-time employees. Great. If that's what God's will, if that is what God's will for me is, I will know by the way things work out as they come in. And guys, I'm building everything so fast today that not that it's scary because I turn it over to God, but it's shocking. I will say that. Like when I go, I don't have a lot of downtime. So when I do have a minute to be down, or I'm going over with somebody, and I look at the milestones, it's shocking. And it's like, wow, like. But I immediately know it's because of all the actions that I'm taking. It's because I don't take I don't say, I've got my chance to go do this job. No, if I get an opportunity for recovery, if somebody asks me to cover a meeting, if they ask me to go on a speaking commitment, if they ask me to talk one-on-one with somebody, that's my priority because that's my recovery as well as helping somebody else. Those are my priorities. That's God's will for me. God has given me a purpose to fight addiction, to wear my recovery proudly, to be an example of what's possible. So as long as I do my part, He's going to shower blessings upon me to show the power of recovery. That's alignment to me. But again, that's all contingent. I haven't gotten anything because I've sat here and not done something wrong. And that's a great way to start, but you got to step it up. I've received blessings and benefits and opportunities because I've gone out and done things right. Not just not done something wrong. That was my baseline. I had to stop doing things wrong. But I also had to take inventory, pick apart what it was I was doing wrong, find out why I was doing wrong, fix those reasons so I'm not apt to repeat them, and then go out and take corrective action in my life, making amends wherever possible. And I continue to do so. I had 40 years of wreckage of my past. It's going to take God knows how long. Again, God knows how long to correct all of it. But I don't worry about that. I don't let it hold me back. I see so many people, I can't do this because this. And I was that person. And I was right when I said it. And now I don't let any of it hold me back. And that's right too. What you believe, you can achieve. Like, I'm not because I'm throwing slogans out, right? But guys, when I find God's will for me, God wants nothing but good for me. God wants beauty in my life. He wants success. He wants happiness. He wants me to have the strength to overcome the challenges that will come my way. When I take my will back, I notice it immediately because I get into trouble. I get into situations that are dangerous. I do reckless things. Like, I have a history of it. Today, I'm literally not that person anymore because I don't have the capability of fixing all the things that I was doing wrong overnight. God does. And I know that I'm doing His will because the outcomes that I'm getting are miraculous on any given day. Every single day, I know it's miraculous. The amount of work that I have, right, would overwhelm me to the point of shutting me down. Except, no, I know. I get up and I follow this program. I do first things first. I answer my emergency calls. While I'm going there, I use my hands-free phone to let other people know, hey, I got to move this around, and I try to schedule things accordingly. My friend Amy and I were talking at the meeting the other day. Like, I need to upgrade my system because I was in my meeting and I got a phone call at a job that I'd almost missed Friday morning because I hadn't written it down and I had so much work going on. I'm like, yep, you're right. So now I do. I make sure that I got a notebook at my desk, notebook in my truck. I had them there, but it was getting a little messy. Things are getting a little out of control. And I've been starting to go by the seat of my pants. I've been taking my will back. If I continue to, I will start missing more jobs. And then I will start losing customers. And I'll start losing money. But no, as soon as one phone call comes in and realize I overlooked something, I acknowledge that today by taking my inventory. Well, what did I do wrong today? Well, I missed that job because I let myself get too booked and busy. Okay, slow down, write things down, make sure I have my schedule, make sure I have my notes of where I'm supposed to be. And again, everything had to get canceled Saturday morning because I woke up to snow, ice, salting, needing, and then I had to get all my equipment ready for the storm tonight. So I was able to, the first thing I did was call everybody I was supposed to be with and reschedule it. Some of them I had to leave open-ended, and people understand that. Like, listen, we got a blizzard coming in Sunday night. I don't know if I'm going to be plowing until Monday night or Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. So as soon as I'm done with that and I get the appropriate amount of rest at the end of it, which will probably be 8 hours, I will get up and I will start answering the calls. I got to finish a couple of jobs I have coming up because I got a deadline by the end of the month. I need one more solid day there. No problem. I can get it done. God will not put more in front of me than I can handle. If I pay attention and meet Him halfway, I will increase the amount that I can handle, which will increase the amount of rewards that come into my life. But bottom line, guys, I dictate whether it's my will or God's will by the results that I get. When I feel that ick, I understand that's there for a reason. Either somebody's trying to enter and take me out of line because the devil's always coming for us, or I'm taking my will back and I'm making a poor decision. When I see a couple of slips, because again, there's always going to be little slips, nothing's perfect, but when I see 2 or 3 slips in a week, I realize, okay, I'm pushing too hard, slow down, get back into meditation, get myself back on top of my game, and just move forward. Guys, I'm going to wrap that up. I'm going to go eat a dinner and get an early bed because I suspect I'll be out plowing by about 3 o'clock in the morning. I will produce a video at some point tomorrow. I'll give you an update in the storm. Everybody, please be safe. Please be kind. Please be respectful. Please look out for each other. Celebrate each other's wins. Uplift each other when we need help, right? We're all here together, guys. Be safe. Be careful. Anybody in the wake of the storm. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We'll see you in the next one.